Hello, my name is Lauren Sorensen, and by now you already know, I'm currently running to be the next president of your United States of America. I would like to take a few moments of your time to express my political party's views on some of the pressuring issues currently in politics. Firstly, abortion, or more accurately, a woman's right to choose. On January 22, 1973, a landmark was made in the struggle for women to have control over their bodies, or more specifically, their reproductive systems. The Supreme Court made their decision with 7-2 majority vote in favour of Roe. Most of this topic today circles around the issue of being pro-life or not. This is not the case at all, no matter how many political groups or individuals spin the tables, it all comes down to the women holding the fetus. At the heart of the matter, women should always have the right to make their own choices because it is the women who will live with the choice they made. Whether they regret it or not, it was their choice and not someone else's. Our party's second pressing topic that has been discussed widely is flat taxation. The flat tax system penalises the low-income portion of the population. Flat taxation would unproportionately let the richer become richer and the poor, well, you already know. The major argument for the flat tax system is not an economical issue, but more a moral issue. For example, there is a low-level gangster working at pizzeria, and he only makes $25,000 a year, and the next door, in the other shop, is an older, wealthy businessman who made a fortune for himself. If the flat tax rate is 15%, the gangster is out because he loses more of his valuable income, which he needs to buy necessities, just like the old man does. Our party wants to put an end to unfair and unjust taxation that have poured fecal matter on the common man. Probably one of the most sought-after issues in older people and the younger people of this glorious nation is the privatisation of Social Security. Although it does have pros, the cons outweigh it substantially. The privatisation of Social Security sounds like a good idea. The economy would have more money circulating, which is what it needs right now. But if the nation were to transfer from a government-operated Social Security to a private one, the cost would be out of the roof, $1 trillion to be exact. If the privatisation of Social Security happens, Social Security checks would decline about 44% in 47 years. It may not seem like much at first, but when someone is halving you, let's just say you notice. Not only would you be getting less money, but you'd be getting fewer benefits. Private accounts would reduce or eliminate special insurance protections like disability or survivor's insurance. Privatisation will be putting your money that you've worked hard to earn for your retirement back into the stock market, and who really wants a bunch of bonehead CEOs and executives losing your money? Welfare reform has been an issue since it arose during the Great Depression as a fix to get the economy moving. The Welfare Reform Act of 2011 builds on the reforms set in place by the Clinton administration in 1996. The Reform Act of 2011 would require food stamp recipients to either work or prepare for work, helping them become more independent of government cash assistance. Welfare was supposed to be a temporary fix, but Americans saw it basically as a drug and quickly became addicted. Welfare needs a radical reform or to be done with altogether. In no real way is welfare helping your country as a whole, let alone making your economy grow. Most welfare recipients are on welfare because it is the way of life that they grew up with, and they don't know any different or any better. Our last issue is gun control. Every time your nation experiences tragedy at the hand of a gun, whether it's the Colombian massacre or Virginia Tech, nothing is done about gun control. The topic is said to have been dead in Congress for quite some time, but with the second shooting at Virginia Tech, gun control should definitely not be taken lightly. Toughening the laws on gun control or getting rid of guns to the public altogether would create a better sense of security. The amount of deaths by guns is phenomenal. Robbers use guns to hold stores, kidnappers use guns to take victims, and gangs use guns to handle their affairs. By eliminating public possession of guns or imposing stricter gun laws, it would be better for the streets of your nation. Little kids could play out in front of the house and not have to worry about what is going to happen to them. Or better yet, driving in a run-down part of town and not having to worry if someone might rob you by gunpoint. Those feelings would diminish or go completely away. So let me just cut to the chase. If you're tired of cheeky and self-centered presidents, You should vote for me for president and you'll get a ruler never experienced in America before.